Hey everybody, Chris Bond21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. On the last episode, we finished off Olympus Coliseum, which was pretty much filled with a ton of boss fights, honestly. We had to deal with saving Meg, who was kidnapped by Hades in an effort to get Hercules to be distracted, while Sora was led into the underworld to pretty much unlock Hades' version of the Coliseum. We didn't actually see that right now, but we will be dealing with that a little bit later on in the game. The Underworld Coliseum, the Underdrome, which actually sounds a lot like the Underdrome, Technodrome? Is that the thing from Ninja Turtles? The Technodrome, yeah, I don't know why I spazzed on that for a quick second. Yeah, but it's a totally different type of drone. Dome. I think it's Technodrome. Technodome, not drome. Can't speak. We're only 2 seconds into this episode and already can't speak. But anyway, we had to deal with a couple of boss fights, mostly with Pete. Then we had to escape back to the Coliseum, where Hercules was fighting the bloodthirsty Hydra, which unfortunately he didn't go to Greek mythology school, where you learn that Hydra, when you cut off its head, just grows back another one. I mean, a lot of people know that, and just he didn't. So unfortunately, the Hydra was not totally dead, as Hercules went to go help us save Meg, and the Hydra destroyed Olympus Coliseum's top side of the level. But we took care of the Hydra before long, although Hercules kind of lost all of his heroic motivation, so he's kind of bummed out. But don't worry, we're going to be fixing his mood up a little bit way later in the game. But for right now, we are parked in front of Disney Castle, because at the end of the last episode, we got a quick cutscene involving Maleficent, who seems to be trying to catch up on what's been happening since the end of the last game. She wants to know where all the Disney villains went, and honestly, this is another issue I have with Kingdom Hearts 2's story for a little bit. I mean, the first thing is that I haven't really addressed this, but yes, Sora asking all the Disney characters if they've seen the King and Riku. I'm just like, really? Like, you really think they're going to be hanging out with, like, Hercules or the Beast and stuff? I know, like, in the first Kingdom Hearts game, we were doing the same thing, basically. We were going from world to world to find Riku and Kairi, but technically, they could have been on any world. They could have landed anywhere. It didn't have to necessarily be a certain thing, but we know now that Riku and the King are on, like, an important mission. I don't think they're going to be chillaxing with some Disney characters, so that's one thing that kind of irks me. And the other thing that irks me are the way that the Disney villains are handled. We haven't really ran into too many of the returning villains, just Hades, but Hades didn't really die at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. We kind of just threw him out of the stadium, but he was still very much alive. We're going to meet a couple of the Disney villains in a few episodes that we took care of in the first Kingdom Hearts, and trust me, continuity kind of takes a bit of a backseat, which is really weird, because this series rarely does that with continuity, where it tends to be pretty much on the level with it, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't quite fix it here. So anyway, Maleficent was wondering where all the villains were, but I guess since half of them are dead and the other half just didn't care anymore, she's kind of upset. So Pete was trying to fill her in, but before we could deal with anything with that, we got a cutscene of Minnie Mouse in Disney Castle, and Chip and Dale warned her that some thorns are growing in a hole of the cornerstone. We don't exactly know what that is, but we'll find out by today, because we're doing all of Disney Castle today in one episode. It's going to be a long one, because this world, it's a little bit more than meets the eye. It's not exactly what you think it is. It's actually relatively short itself, but well, to say any more would be kind of a spoiler. So yeah, this is the first time we're actually even going to Disney Castle. It was supposed to be in the first Kingdom Hearts game, but that was just beta footage. So this is the first time we're ever actually going to step foot on there. So let's get going and land in Disney Castle.
This is your castle. Must be nice to be home, huh? Well?
You know, something just don't feel quite right.
Yeah! Move it! Let's go! Queen Minnie needs to see you! The castle's in danger! Hurry, to the library!
Alright, so we're in the infamous Gummy Hangar. So this area might look a little bit familiar. This was in the first Kingdom Hearts. We didn't actually get to walk around it, but yeah, this is where Donald and Goofy jumped on the Gummy ship in the first game. I guess they couldn't park the ship in here in the PS2 version, because it would have maybe been too much strain on the graphics or the engine, or probably didn't quite work. Also, we never actually see the Gummy ship parked when we land in a world, so let's head back out. We don't actually get to go up the steps like they did in the original. And so yes, it turns out that to get to the Gummy ship, you got to go through the little garden thing where Goofy was sleeping. So yep, this is Disney Castle. It's not a very big world, and it's not a huge castle to explore. Also, just nice to see an actual castle, not a painting. So really, all we got to do is get to the library, but you'll notice there's Heartless here in this world, which is a little weird. Heartless didn't invade in the first game, so there's kind of a bit of a wonder why they're here. And there's also an enemy in this courtyard that I'm really glad that we're going to save, because this is... I might have mentioned this a few episodes back in regards to the abilities. I might have mentioned this way back in the first episode we did with Sora. I'm going to get all the chests here. There's a few good little goodies hidden around. But yeah, there's an enemy here I mentioned back in the first video when we played as Sora that allows us to do a certain move that was cut from this game. So yeah, the reaction command for these little egg timers, I don't know if you'll see it, is dodge roll. So yeah, dodge roll is in this game, or at least it's in the original Kingdom Hearts 2 as that reaction command. And that's it. You can't actually perform dodge roll anywhere else in the game. Only for these little egg enemies. Right before they explode, you can do dodge roll. You got to time it exactly right, otherwise it doesn't work, which is a little stupid, but that's how it works. I think there's notes on the opposite side. I got that wrong. So you can't actually do it. Here in Final Mix Plus, there's actually a way to get dodge roll as a shared, well, not a shared ability, but as one of the growth abilities, like from the drive forms, because there's another drive form that's new to Final Mix. That wasn't in the original game. I forget when we get it. Also, those egg dyes are really a pain in the butt. I'm actually glad between videos I leveled up twice. I went back to Olympus Coliseum and I just leveled up twice. I think my defense went up, and then I learned Magic Bracer, which allows me to take damage without when I'm casting magic spells. So it's not the best move, but my defense went up, so that's all that really mattered. And this, I'm going to have to fight these guys on the steps real fast. So yeah, there's a lot of Heartless to fight here, and it's really good if you haven't been leveling up in the last levels, if you want to try to gain a few levels before you tackle the rest of this world, because this world isn't, like I said, isn't exactly what you think it is. We're not exactly going to be spending a lot of time in Disney Castle proper, but we'll find out what that means soon enough. So yeah, I forget when we get the other drive form that will allow us to get dodge roll, or allow us to start doing dodge roll. I know it's not right now. I can't remember. It's that's a blank area. I can't really remember all of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, or Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, because I've only played this game like I think twice. The original Kingdom Hearts 2, I knew that one inside and out, just like the original Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, the Final Mix one is kind of a little bit. There's a lot of extra goodies. It's not like the first Kingdom Hearts game, Final Mix, where it's not too many things. It's mostly the color palette swaps and a couple of extra little things to grab with the answer reports, but other than that, it's kind of, I can't get that crown yet. I think there's more enemies over here. Nope, there's a lot of them, but there's nothing over there. Oh, there's a crown over here. So there's some crowns we're not going to be able to get right at the off, but there's a few we're going to get as we learn some more abilities. So I'm going to head out towards the door, which is down this way. So yeah, you got to just head out here. This is the doorway back in. So we actually didn't see this area in Kingdom Hearts 1. It was, well, it's hidden behind that thing, and you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, because those things, that explosion hurts a lot more. Also, you might think, oh, they committed suicide, so we don't have to beat the little egg guys. No, if they explode on their own, you have to wait a second, they'll respawn, and then you can try it again, which I think is cheap, but, you know, I mean, easier than them just exploding and then wasting time and not actually killing them. So yeah, let me kill this guy off real fast. I didn't level up my strength, but we should level up a little bit in the next room. So this is it. There's this room, the gummy ship hangar. There's this courtyard, and then there's this the colonnade. I don't know what is what the hell is a colonnade? I didn't even realize that this had a name, but this is called the colonnade. And there's a lot of Heartless to fight here. I don't know if I can use Valor form. I don't know if I can level up. I'm gonna try to pause the game. Maybe if I get a quick second. They keep respawning, so it's gonna be a lot. So I just gotta try my best to clear out what I can. Maybe I can pause and see if I can, but I doubt it, because I went back to Olympus Coliseum and I couldn't level up either. But at certain points in the game it opens up, so when I go to like a new world it may allow me to level up again. So we're just gonna have to wait. But colonnade, what the hell? I heard of a promenade. Promenade's like an open area type of a thing. You know, it's like it's sort of like a fancier term for lobby, I guess. Colonnade. I never heard of a colonnade. It sounds like where doctors would perform a colonoscopy. A colonnade. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm thinking too much on this. A lot of fights. I need to make sparkling conversation with all these Heartless fights, and it's just not happening. So I think nope, still some more. They keep respawning. Trust me, they're just gonna keep going. There's a lot of them, and they're just the shadow guys. So they give you 7 points of experience. Not a whole lot, which kind of sucks, but 7 points better than no points. You know, it's a pretty decent amount of change. And I think there's still more. Yeah, right now I have a couple of abilities on. I think I got upper slash. I'll try to show that off real fast. If you hit an enemy, and then I hit the square button, I can like uppercut them up. Yeah, there it goes. Like Sora just did it at the end there, where you throw them up in the air. That's cool for putting enemies up in the air and then comboing them in the air. That's what I love about Kingdom Hearts 2's battle system. It's very aerial, and I went through the damn door. Well, I can pause the game now. Well, I can pause the game once. Nope, I tell a lie. Well, thankfully the one will respawn. But yeah, there's a lot of aerial combat here. It's all about like taking enemies up in the air and like wailing on them. Kingdom Hearts 1's combat was very like rigid and structured with the ground-based stuff, but here it's a little bit more crazy. Nope, we still can't level up. Nope, still can't level up Valor form, so it doesn't even really pay to switch into that form because we're not going to learn anything. And I mean, it might make it go a little faster, but honestly, Shadow Heartless are always kind of a pain in the ass because they go into the damn floor, so it's like, yep, we gotta wait. And I'm at 164 points of experience. Oh, I didn't even mention that. I've been playing the game the whole time right now, and I haven't even mentioned the coolest thing. So yeah, this hallway here, this was part of the beta footage of Kingdom Hearts 1. It showed Sora running down this hallway. So I guess this was always planned to come here at some point, so they might have just repurposed this for this game. But yeah, as I was about to say before I got distracted by the hallway, the thing up in the left-hand corner of the screen with the leveling, I haven't even mentioned this, and this was something I made a big point of in the first Kingdom Hearts video. So yeah, after Kingdom Hearts 1, all the future Kingdom Hearts games do this thing where they'll throw up in the corner of the screen how many points it is to reach the next level. In the original Kingdom Hearts, you'll know I didn't have a whole lot of fun with it because you had to keep pausing the game and going into the status screen, so you had to wait till everybody was dead, then we'll go to the defense increased again, maximum MP. I'm starting to think, and I haven't looked this up, and I really don't know this off the top of my head, when I think I picked that I wanted to prioritize defense as Roxas, I don't know, maybe it's just, maybe it's just odd and I'm just not thinking of it straight, but I have a funny feeling that's why I'm getting a lot of defense boost. Don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with that happening because I don't want to die, and so far I've only died, I think technically I died twice. Well, I died a few times in the Milan World through the minigame, and then I died. I haven't really died on a boss fight yet. I've been pretty good with that so far, but I still died, so I can't say this is a clean playthrough where I didn't. But yeah, I think maybe that's why I'm getting more of the defense boost. I probably should look into that and see if that's a thing. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it really impacts me. But I hope that my strength goes up because honestly, I'm starting to feel like I'm wailing on these guys a little bit too much. But again, stronger keyblades will help. So that's it. You just got to fight off this room, and then there's only the room we passed, which we can't get into right now, and then there's this room here, which is the library. So this is going to bring up a cutscene. So yeah, they put up the level up screen, which I like, because I hate going into the menu and doing it. So I forgot we don't actually trigger the cutscene immediately. So yeah, this room was in the first Kingdom Hearts as well, the library scene, and this will be the map. Actually, no, I forgot, not the map. I don't think we get the map yet. So yeah, this is Torn Pages. So some of them are in chest that you just obtain via the story. I don't know if you get any of them from boss fights. I can't really remember. Again, it's been a long time, so if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. But most of them, I believe, come like in chests like this. So they're not really hidden away like they were in the first Kingdom Hearts game. This is pretty... You probably would have gone to that chest, and I already thought it was a map page, which is why I went over to it. So odds are you're probably going to explore, and you're going to want to see that. So I like how you can go in front of Minnie here and kind of ruin the surprise of like when you announce her. Also, look over here, Pluto's little bed. This must belong to Pluto. Of course, it's got a little bone thing over there. And that might be the letter from the first Kingdom Hearts, even though there's nothing written on that. Also, I'm going to try to angle... Actually, I think I might be able to do this here. I recently saw this on one of my playthroughs. So, look at that! Look at that. I don't even know if this is in Kingdom Hearts 2, the original version, not the HD version. This might look a little weird. So that's Minnie and Mickey, but that's like their original designs, like what they look like in random cartoons, where he wears the red shorts and she wears like the pink dress, or the blue shirt. Sometimes she wears that too when she was pink. I guess maybe that's their casual wear in Kingdom Hearts stuff. So it's kind of weird that that's there, because you'd figure, like, look at that. You got like those fancy Mickey pictures of like what previous Mickeys might have looked like and his ancestors, but nope, on the desk are just two pictures of good old Mickey and Minnie. So let's talk to Minnie.
Your Majesty, Queen Minnie, we're back.
You're here.
Your Royal Highness, did you happen to summon us?
Yes.
Where's the king?
Excuse him, this is your friend Sora.
Sora! The king told me all about you in his letters. He said you're a very brave young man.
So, do you know where he is?
Your Majesty, what your Highness doing in your castle?
Oh my, So those are the Heartless.
Don't worry, we'll take care of them.
I know I can count on you, Sora. Now there's something I'd like all of you to come and see. Would you please escort me to the audience chamber?
What?
I forgot to warn everyone else in the castle about the danger. We must be sure they're hidden somewhere safe.
Okay, we'll go tell them.
We just gotta split up, Donald.
I'll make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
No, Sora, you'll just get lost.
Okay, then I'll stay with the Queen.
Good.
Alrighty then, see you later.
The audience chamber, right, ma'am?
Yes, Sora. Let's be on our way.
Alright, so now we get the map. And of course, there's nothing better than an escort mission. So yes, we're going to have to escort Minnie into the throne room or the audience chamber. So you're going to have to make your way back. Even though we fought all the Heartless in this hallway, they're all back again. So you can call Minnie over, and she runs pretty fast. And when she comes next to Sora, you can do this move called Fate, where you'll blow away everything with a nice beam of light. So she's pretty powerful, actually. It's a similar move to what Mickey uses when you get to play as him, that little pearl ball thing. It's like a random ball of light. So it's kind of a cool little move that clears out the enemies. But I like Fate because it throws everything off to the side. I'm going to try to see if I can do this without getting Minnie damaged. This usually works out pretty well because this move is a nice area, like radius move, where it'll pretty much get rid of anything. So we're just going to make our way over. Of course, there's something a little bit bigger over here. But it usually blasts everything back, and as long as you perform it, she usually doesn't take damage. I think once you enter that little frame of animation, she can't take damage, but it takes like a second after she got hit. Not too bad, just one little hit. Before the Heartless respawned behind her. So all you gotta do is bring her over to the door. And I believe right about here, and then you just gotta hit push, and use the finish command, and that's it. And now we'll be entering the throne room.
Just one moment. As soon as the trouble started, I made sure to seal this room. Now then, shall we? Not here too!
I got him.
Alright, so we gotta make our way all the way to the throne, and once again we're gonna be using Minnie. So these guys are kind of annoying, but thankfully with Minnie, it's not too bad. Because again, the Fate move will sort of blast them back. So we're just going to make it all the way to the throne room. So what I usually like to do is I like to keep running down the little path. And then when she catches up to you, just use Fate and blast away everything. You could fight all these things and get all the experience points. But it's kind of a tedious little pain in the ass to go to all of them and keep fighting. Also, I think Sora is not nearly strong enough to take them all out with like one combo. Also, they're annoying because the little heads, you got to hit the heads. You can only hit the heads on them. And as soon as you go over to them, they tend to do that move over there. And oh, I just got hit. Minnie's doing pretty good. Oh, damn it. I say that and now she's taking some damage. Let me try to take out some of these guys. Alright, so took out one of them. I gotta go back over to Minnie. Minnie's in trouble. Minnie's in trouble. I'm coming. You can't heal her, so you gotta make sure you're paying attention to where she is. And then just use Fate and blast them all away. It's not too bad. And then I usually don't go pick up the orbs and stuff because it doesn't really pay. Also, my drive form's out. So yeah, I like to run as far away as I can. She'll scurry over. I run into her. We use Fate, and we blast back. And this takes a few minutes. This really isn't that bad. We just gotta make it over to the throne room. So yeah, this is another area from Kingdom Hearts 1 we saw. Again, we didn't get to go here, but it's kind of cool to see all the areas from Kingdom Hearts 1 here, and now we actually get to play through them. So again, I really don't know what this level would have been in Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, again, they obviously had planned from the footage. It looked like Sora had gone here. But I guess what? It was just to meet Minnie? There's never really been any cutscene footage or anything that's shown what would have happened had Sora gone here in the first game. But I'm assuming if we had gone here, probably would have just been talking to Minnie and just trying to like get our adventure underway. So let's finish this off. And that'll be it. And we gained an accessory slot. And we got auto summon, so I can add another accessory. So I'm going to equip something after this cutscene.
Come on, give me a break. Huh?
The room below is called the Hall of the Cornerstone. Our castle has always been safe from worlds that are evil, thanks to the Cornerstone of Light, which we keep down there.
The Cornerstone of Light?
This is the castle's cherished cornerstone. Oh, but look! The thorns, they must be the work of someone very evil. I wonder what this could mean.
Huh?
Magnificent!
No way.
Well, well, well. What have we here? If it isn't the wretched Keyblade holder and his pitiful lackeys.
What? Now you're gonna deal with me!
All in good time. I promise you'll be able to partake of my vengeance, but you must be patient.
Just what are you doing here, Maleficent?
Ah, Queen Minnie. Radiant as always. I'm here on a property venture. I want this castle for my own. However, it's a bit too bright for what I have in mind. I suppose I'll just have to fill every room with my personal touch of darkness.
You'd better stop right now if you know what's good for you.
Ooh, how frightening. Very well, I'll stop. Just as soon as the castle belongs to me.
What a hag.
Nothing like this has ever happened before. I looked through all the records in the library, but I couldn't find a single clue.
Oh!
Huh?
We should go ask somebody who knows lots of stuff that ain't in any book.
Merlin the Wizard!
Yes, that's perfect. Merlin just might know something about this mess. Let's ask his advice.
We saw him in Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so we're going to go find Merlin. I hate that last cutscene there because it's like, we saw him in Hollow Bastion. No, Goofy, we saw him on the corner of 69th and Elm. I don't know. Like, why would you friggin'... I don't know. So yeah, we have to leave already and go get Merlin. Thankfully, it's not as bad as you'd think. We just have to go to Hollow Bastion, then Merlin's gonna warp us back here. So yeah, there's a... Oh, so a new episode was added. What that means is we can now do a 100 Acre Wood episode. That's what that means. I think if you go and press R1, it'll show you what new things there is. So the first episode was the beginning of an adventure. I wonder if Hollow Bastion is peaceful now without the Heartless. And now it is, let's return the page to the book in Merlin's house. So if you ever forget that you have a page, you can remember it that way. It's kind of a cool way to remember things that happened.
Anybody home?
Merlin!
The castle's in danger.
What is all that racket? Oh, I thought... Oh, it's you. It looks like you've learned a bit since the last time I saw you.
Really?
Let's talk about the problem. It's Magnificent. She's back.
Where? Inside the castle?
Yup, and Heartless too.
Oh, dear.
Magnificent wants to send over the whole task in order. She found the whole cornerstone.
Yes, let's let Donald explain this all to Merlin. I'm sure he'll understand every word Donald's saying and without the subtitles on.
There's Heartless in every part of the castle. The queen is in danger. What?
Perhaps I'd better just see for myself. Interesting.
What's happening, Merlin?
This is not good. In fact, I'm afraid it's quite serious.
What's that?
My boy, that is a gateway to a special world. Someone in that world is what's going on in this castle. Of that, I'm certain.
Oh boy!
We knew we could count on you, Merlin.
Then we should go get him.
Wait a moment. The perpetrators must be stopped, of course, but there's something else to do first. Somewhere in that world, there should be another door that's identical to this one. I believe our enemies are utilizing that door. As long as it remains open, the castle will be in grave danger. Listen carefully, Sora. You must find that door, and when you do, lock it with your keyblade.
Got it.
You'll get down on us!
And now one more thing. You're heading into a very special world. While you're there, the nature of that world may tempt you to do something dark. You must resist that temptation at all costs.
What do you mean?
You'll know soon enough. I have faith in you, my lads.
Alright, so we're actually going to leave Disney Castle, at least I should say, our current situation in Disney Castle, and we're going to go through this door. I could end the episode off here, but we honestly didn't really accomplish all that much here other than just some cutscenes, so we're going to head on through and just finish up the other half of this world's little thing. So we're going to open up this door, and this is actually going to take us to a very special world where we're going to get our first costume change of the game. So let's take a look at what that's going to be.
Hey, look! There's the cornerstone of light.
What's going on? Everything's black and white.
Oh, this is problem one.
Deja vu?
Yeah, that's it.
Really? Have you been here before?
Hey, you! Seen any bad guys around here? Why, you oughta... Nah, I don't have time to waste on punks like you, so I guess I'll go easy on ya.
Well, there's our villain.
Alright, so where exactly are we? Well, don't adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing wrong with your screens. We are in black and white, and we've gone retro. Yeah, so... kind of... I like how the pictures inside the chest thing is always in color. I think this is the map. Yeah, so this is the cornerstone. So this is the cornerstone of light, seemingly a few steps away from the door we went through. And let's talk to some people. Maybe we'll figure out where we're at. You're gonna find Pete at the pier up ahead. Again, this is what I hate. Ugh. If he's not there, he's probably out on his boat. That's his pride and joy. I probably should be doing voices. I know this isn't the right character, but I'm gonna do the voice anyway. I'll say this is where Disney Castle is going to be built. It's nothing but an empty field now, but I bet it's going to be a huge castle. Yeah, so that kind of ruins it. I know the game isn't really going to tell us what's going on, but there's also this thing over here. So if you're paying attention and you're going to explore, I'm going to ruin it for us right now. Construction site for Disney Castle. So I won't say it outright, but it's pretty obvious where we are, or I should say when we are. And don't ask me how that works in the grand scheme of everything in the series, because this mechanic, or I should say this plot device mechanic, comes back in a later game, and I'm going to try to get all the chest here before we go talk to Pete, who's on the little pier over this, because that definitely looked like Pete, but something's a little off with him, don't you think? He doesn't quite look the same, though maybe he regressed like we did, because Sora doesn't look the same. So yeah, Donald and Goofy look like their old classic parts from like, I forget which year it is. It's very, very long time ago. So let's punish Pete. I like how it says punish.
What's with you, squirts? You got some kind of bone to pick with me?
More than one.
Them's fighting words. Huh?
Not so fast.
Alright, so we got ourselves a boss fight against Pete. Also, I love that line from Jim Cummings over there. He's like, "Dem's fighting words." Yeah, so there's a lot of weird animations here in this level because it's all based on classic cartoon stuff. So Pete's a lot more crazy moving around now, as you can see. Like, he's falling around, he's jumping, then he lands. It makes a little, like, plop noise and everything. So it's kind of a nice little aesthetic. So yeah, he's only got 1 health bar because something isn't right. You can do this about face thing where you spin him around and it'll run into someone and then it'll fall. And then you just follow up with a hit. So that's not that bad. Also, I need to put an accessory on if I've got one. I might not actually have one. Should probably think about getting one on soon.
What you bugs beef with me anyway? Who are you? You new around here?
Cut the act.
Whoa!
You know, something doesn't seem quite right here. Are you sure you're Pete?
Well, of course I'm Pete. I'm the captain of the steamboat, so stop bothering me, see? So hit the road. I gotta go find the little runt what stole my boat.
Gosh, maybe we made a mistake.
I'm starting to think the same thing. He hasn't even called any Heartless.
Sorry we attacked you like that, Captain Pete.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you're really sorry, then go find my steamboat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my hickin' back.
And to make it more confusing, this world has a name. This is called Timeless River. Yes, it's this is based on the very first Mickey Mouse animated short, Steamboat Willie. So it's very, very old. Probably the oldest thing the series has ever based something on. There was a level later on in Epic Mickey, which I think came out a few years after this game, that did a level based on Steamboat Willie, but this is probably the first adaptation in a video game of that cartoon. So this is pretty cool stuff. I thought for sure Pete was the bad guy. Yeah, that'd be too easy, and this level would be done already, so of course not. Come on, fellas, let's try to find that steamboat. I guess we did say we would. Hey, we got a door to find. Oh, yeah. I don't see any doors. Huh? What's this? I can't see a thing. So yeah, this little TV monitor is kind of explained. I don't know where these things come from. I don't exactly know how they work, but they deliver exposition old dumps to us in a little bit. But look at this. We are seeing something from earlier in the episode. So, looks like some Heartless jumped into these little window panes. And then they all disappeared. And then it looks like that's where we came in. So this happened like a minute before we arrived.
Hey, look! There's the cornerstone of light!
What's going on? Everything's black and white.
Yes, Goofy, it is like deja vu. I'm pretty sure I just saw this cutscene 2 seconds ago. What was that? Heartless going out, and us coming in. What does it mean? I like how Donald goes to pull it again as if it's going to give us more answers. Oh. And there's those doors. Yeah, so this world is a little weird in how you can explore. Let's get rid of those Heartless. Then what do we do? We'll worry about that later. I like how Sora's answer to everything is, let's fight Heartless. He knows he's in a video game, doesn't he? He knows that that's the point. So let's talk to Donald and Goofy real fast. You can see construction site through that window. Sure is strange. Looks pretty unstable, too. If that rope breaks, it's gonna fall. There's a town through that window. What kind of gimmick is this? There's a cannon in the middle of the town. If the enemy comes, we could blast them with that. Yeah, so this world works a little differently. So you'll notice that there's some areas over here. There's a wharf, the pier we went to, and I think there's the waterway. So that's it. And those levels will connect back to here, and we can all go around. But these little rooms here go to special areas sort of in the same zone. It's kind of weird how it's all made. Basically, this is going to be 4 little areas where we got to beat up some Heartless. We're going to get some exposition of the story as we go through that. And then we're going to get to the final boss of the episode. So we're at 34 minutes right now. This is going to be a long one, but we're going to try to get through these rooms as fast as humanly possible. So let's head off to the construction site first. Thank you, random motorist at 1:47 in the morning. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
home.
Gee, he seems kind of different somehow.
Heartless, I knew it. You really saved the day. Now, let's get those Heartless.
Alright, so we got some Heartless to face. Also, we just ran into Mickey. So yeah, Mickey's here too, but I'm going to ruin it for you guys. He doesn't talk. I guess maybe because he's old Mickey, and Mickey back in this time didn't talk. These Heartless here on Timeless River, they are annoying. The hammer guys are not the worst ones. There is a worse one we're going to see a little bit later. This one isn't too bad because there's a thing where we can jump up real high and we can hit them all in the air. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a whole lot of fun aerial combat here in the game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the... Which one move is it? The spinning thing we did on the previous episode where we can like rope them into a speed trap. But I'm going to try to kill them off. So yeah, there's also the mayhem bar here where I think if you continue to let the Heartless bash things up, the bar goes up higher and you're going to have a problem. Also, I think we got to be careful with the scaffolding. We're kind of timed here. Also, I'm going to die. Dang it. And I can't heal. Let's see if I can heal real fast. Dang it. I really need better strength. I honestly do. I've got the Hero Crest Keyblade on that we got from Olympus Coliseum, but even that's not helping me out too much. So let's see if we can try to finish this off as fast as we can. I'm going to try to finish these guys up. They have a lot of health. I just did the... Yeah, there it is. Air Slash. I think I had to just move circuit somehow. I had to move closer to the wire. Okay, that makes sense. So now I can just spam that. Nice. And we won. Oh, so the man bar got very close to breaking there.
How do you like that?
Hey, look!
You absolute idiot. You've managed to fail at everything. And what's more, you foolishly thought you could take my place while I was away. Well, as of now, you're finished. Mark my words, there'll be no place for you when our time comes. Useless imbecile.
But I...
What? Somebody sure was angry. Yeah, seriously, that was like 2 steps away from cursing him out. I don't understand. Let's just try to clear out the Heartless first. This place is okay, but we've got 3 more spots to check. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the town thing with the cannon.
Wow! The town shrunk.
Or do you think maybe we got bigger?
Hey, look at the toy cannons. What's he saying? Hey, they're Heartless.
So this one's kind of cool because you can use the cannon like Donald said with the field. So if you go over to the cannon, you can use Stomp Bomb, and that basically throws out some cannon fire. However, the goal here is to protect the town, so you don't want to keep doing that because I don't think it raises the mayhem bar, but it'll push them into the corners and then they might try to attack, and trust me, you don't want to have that. So what I like to do is I like to just fight my way back over to the tower, land back on it again, and then take a few hits, and then just shoot everybody out. Also, I hope you get used to Mickey saying, or rather, the result of doing each of these worlds is the same thing, where Mickey will run over, shake Sora's hand, do the little wave move, and then basically scurry away. So, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to go to the cannon. So yeah, sometimes they overwhelm the town and they start attacking too much, and you gotta head back here. So I'm gonna try to do this real fast. I don't know if I can do it twice. Maybe I can. It seems to be holding off pretty well. I don't think that did it. I don't think it damages them, actually, now that I'm actually seeing it. Also, I need to heal up. I do not want to die. I really want to try to get through this world as easy as possible. There isn't really too many challenging things to do here in Timeless River, and the bosses aren't really even that difficult. It's just the Heartless fights here. We haven't done the hard one yet. I'm saving that one for last because I really don't want to do it. I'm hoping that my high defense protects me. It's not a guarantee, but we'll see. And we got to just kill this guy off. He should be the last one. I doubt any more will spawn in. And that's it. We did it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that reaction. Because here we go again. Man, that was weird. And then Mickey's gonna run over, shaky shake, and then run over, and then move away.
Look, Sora, over there.
Oh, for crying out loud. She didn't have to go and say that. Okay, I might have messed up every now and then, but I'm a lot more things than useless. Why, when I was starting out... Oh, I miss those good old days. What I wouldn't give to go back in time. What I wouldn't give. Hey, I think that's my...
A door. It looks familiar. Yep, it's the door magic. It's the door Merlin magicked up. Ooh, try saying that a few times fast. So it should come straight here, right? Sure, I think. Let's check it out. Even though we're going to avoid the fact... Well, I guess they didn't really specify yet. So we did that one. We're going to go to Mickey's house. And again, same thing. I'm going to talk over the cutscene because it's really not important at all. So yeah, there's a black hole sucking up everything in the room. And then be like, here we go again. Your Majesty, he needs our help. And then the Heartless go up and then like, gee, he looks kind of different somehow. It's like, I don't know, they just repeated it. I don't know, it's weird. So we gotta defeat all the Heartless while defending the furniture, because if there's anything noble that heroes need to do in a video game, it's defending furniture. Gotta love it. See, this is Mickey's house. I don't necessarily know, I've never actually seen the whole Steamboat Willie short, but I thought it was just on the boat. So I don't even know if this probably isn't based on that short, but it's probably based on other Mickey Mouse shorts from the time period. So Mickey's house and everything. Those old cartoons are they're something to watch. They're definitely worth it. They're actually really good. Some of them are really, really nice. I remember when I was growing up, there were shorts. I forget what year they were made. They were in color, so they were definitely way after this. But they were on like a VHS thing or something, and I used to watch them all on that. But this was like before. This was before the current voice cast of Disney characters was voicing them. So before Bill Farmer and Wayne Allen were voicing Goofy and Mickey and things like that. It was the old voice cast, the cast before that. So it had to be maybe the 60s, 70s?
Fascinating. This appears to be a portal to the past.
Yeah, it was the strangest thing.
Stop gawking. And start thinking of a way we can use it to our advantage.
Okay.
Now, perhaps I could give you one more chance to redeem yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You can count on me. So what do I do?
Patience, my dear. What have we here? Well, if it isn't the cornerstone of light. Now we can take the castle from those fools, but we'll have to proceed with the utmost of care.
Maleficent! She must have known all along. Let's see, if that door connected to the past... No, it comes here! Huh? Then that means we're in the past! Wow. If we're in the past, we can change the future! Hold on, fellas. Remember what Merlin said. He's got faith in us, and we have to resist temptation no matter what. He sounds like Jiminy Cricket now, actually. It's kind of weird. I was only joking. Who'd want to change the future anyway? I mean... So, what are we gonna do? Doors, bad guys? Gosh, my brain hurts. Well, we know we're on the right track. Alright, so there's one more room. So yes, we are in the past. Big surprise, not that we couldn't figure that out when we saw the chicken say that this is where they're building Disney Castle, and the sign that basically said, we're building Disney Castle. And the fact that we popped out of a door in black and white next to the Cornerstone of Light, which is in the same exact spot where it's going to be years in the future. Now, I don't exactly know how many years into the past this is. It might just be black and white because we're in the past, but the designs of all the characters look like it's kind of been a while, if you ask me. Let's go tackle this last room, because this one is a little annoying. I'm going to talk over the cutscene, because it's, again, not important. But yeah, we're in the past, and believe it or not, this is not the only time time travel is going to tie into the series. This is the only world in the next couple of games that deals with time travel, but time travel does show up again in a very, very confusing, very, very confusing plot device, but we'll get there when we get there with that. So yeah, this is the level I always hate, because I hate it because of one enemy type that's going to show up right about after we kill these little shadow guys. So let's see, one more guy. It's a pretty cool design. Yeah, so there's these things, the cars. I hate the cars because what happens is after you take a few hits on them, they become invincible and you can't hit them anymore. He's going to go berserk in a second. Watch, he's going to like spaz out. I'm going to heal real fast because I don't want to die. Maybe I can actually kill him without... Nope, there he goes. So he's going to spaz out, and now he's going to do this thing where he's going to drive across the field, back and forth, and he does it like, I think, 4 times before he stops, and if you're not fast enough to get over to him, he'll do it again, and if you're not paying attention, and it can be a little hard to gauge the camera motions right here, you can kind of get killed, and there's going to be 2 of them in a second that are going to spawn after I finish off these little guys in the corner. That's why I try to leave some of the shadow guys in the corner after I was fighting him. Oh, my strength increased. That would be the best thing to happen right about now. Yeah, so we got 2 of these guys right now. And I hate them. I hate them. Sometimes you can stun them. I think you might have seen that. He got a little stunned right there and he fell off. But nope, now he's going berserk. And could you imagine? Yep. Well, actually, I didn't die. I let the fire reach the building. Oh, I forgot. Dang it, I forgot. There is one extra thing you have to do with that one. You have to protect the building from the flames. So you have to hit the fire. I always forget about that bit. Let's try that again, shall we? I would go into Valor form right now, but I don't even think it's going to pay, because that thing will still happen, you know? So yeah, I forgot. We have to hit the fire as well. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, so you can damage the flames. I don't understand how that works, but it's a thing apparently. Alright, so let me try to take this guy out again. And also, while we're doing this, let's try to keep the flames away from the building, because I kind of forgot about that. I got really excited. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't die. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, there's still a secondary thing. You can guard against this. Watch, I'll try to show it off real fast. I might be able to. Yeah, so you can guard against it, but it doesn't always work. And you want to try to hit him as fast as possible. After that, Donald's dead, so I'm probably screwed from being healed right about now. I could probably go over to him and heal him real fast. Also, I should probably get rid of those flames. I don't know if on like different difficulty settings it becomes easier or harder to lose on this. I don't know if like the flames will reach the building faster or whatnot. I'm gonna try to finish this off. I feel like the flames are getting a little too close again. Actually, I think I just moved it. And oh boy, I'm gonna need me a... Yep, there we go. I should have healed. I should have friggin' healed. I was doing so good. I knew this was gonna be a problem. It's every time I play this game, every single time, this little section of Timeless River annoys the crap out of me because I hate those cars. I hate them. It's such a cheap move, and there's 2 of them. So it's like you got to be careful, and you got to just hit 1 at a time. This way you don't have 2 of them running around going crazy, because 2 of them is like a death sentence right there. Because with 2 of them spinning around, you're never going to be able to keep track of where they're going. And maybe you can guard 1 of them, but odds are the other one's going to shoot the other way, and you're not going to be able to do anything. So I'm going to hopefully try to take this guy out a little faster this time. I'm also going to take out these flame balls. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot that was a thing. I always forget that there's other like requirements to these little things, and I always just don't deal with them because I assume it's not going to be that big of a deal. And I'm going to heal real fast because he's about to go berserk. So yeah, you can guard against it. We don't have any moves right now that can fully kill him, because there are moves that we're going to get later in the game that will allow us to make it a little easier. And I'm going to try to kill him off. So my strength increased. I'm going to put the potion on right now. And then we're going to just try to, I'm going to do it. Valor form. Alright, let's do it. Even though this probably isn't going to work. So yeah, if you hit him up in the air, that's a good thing, because he shouldn't be able to go berserk when he's up in the air. I forgot about that little tactic. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to try to like pile drive to them using the square thing on Valor form. Also, you can't really tell that Sora's even changed forms because we're in black and white. I think there's like a little red tint on the side, but that's about it, and then we got him. Yeah, you can't really tell that I'm in a different form. Yeah, you can change all forms of that, but it doesn't really do anything other than a little bit of a tint thing on the health picture. And again, Mickey, shakety shake, and wave it a wave, and bye-bye. Same thing.
Well, that takes care of that.
Hey,
And another exposition window. I don't exactly know why we're seeing this. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you think about it. Like, really, why are the TV monitors telling us what's going on?
Listen well. On the other side of this portal, they're about to begin construction on that wretched castle. But until then, their treasured cornerstone of light lies unguarded, with all of its power still contained.
The cornerstone of light?
Yes, that cursed sphere is the very thing that prevents us from entering the castle.
Oh,
You know what must be done? Go then. Time to prove your worth. And don't dare to fail me again.
don't fail her again. Let's see. That's it. I just gotta smash that cornerstone to smithereens. But first, I gotta go get my old boat back.
It was Pete after all.
Yeah, who took that?
still something doesn't seem right.
The Pete we met here had kind of an attitude, but he didn't seem like a bad guy.
Now that castle's as good as ours.
That's the Pete we know.
Oh no!
The cornerstone's gone.
They're gonna fill the castle with darkness. We gotta hurry.
Hey, hold it right there.
No way, small fry. I finally found the pipsqueak what stole my steamboat. Right, me. No, it wasn't me. I'm just somebody who looks like me.
Oh, which is it?
I like how Sora's confused. It's very obvious the Pete that we're looking for is the one that's dressed the same. Yeah, for some reason Pete doesn't change clothes here. It's weird. I don't know why we did and he didn't. Maybe it's because of the clothes we're wearing, but yeah, it's weird.
Shut up. Your future's on the line, Pally. So back off and give me the boat.
The cornerstone!
After him.
You mugs could follow me if
So this is actually a fun little fight. We don't actually have to fight Pete, but we're trying to get the cornerstone back. So what's going to happen is he's going to throw this garbage at us, and we're just going to have to press triangle and use reaction commands. Throw it back the garbage, and after you do all three, it'll smack him in the head, and I believe once his health runs out, yeah, the boat will spin around. It's going to land over here in the dock, and there's some chest over here that I should probably pick up after he leaves. You also have a time limit for this. You're going to have to hit the hook, and then you have to bash the cage. Unfortunately, you can't over-combo it or anything. You're pretty much stuck, and you got to press triangle at a certain point, which is kind of cool. It keeps you on your toes. You don't have to keep mashing X. Almost forgot it actually had that little triangle thing. So you just hold on to it for a little bit, and if you actually manage to do it pretty good, you can get it all the way down to, I think, halfway before Pete's going to try to throw the boat back again, because I think after a while you're going to be screwed. Actually, I think, I tell a lie. If you actually manage to hold on the entire time, you can do it all in one go. So yeah, that was painfully easy. Yeah, so dodge slash. That was kind of easy. I remember that being a little bit more challenging, actually, on previous fights. Maybe I wasn't holding on enough.
you'll pay for this.
It's the cornerstone!
Donald, we'll come back for it later.
Pete's heading for the doorway.
Alright, so I'm going to go grab those two chests real fast. Maybe, I'm assuming one of them is an AP boost. Just rule of thumb, most of the chests in Kingdom Hearts 2 are either synthesis stuff. Yep, there it is, AP boost. There's always, there's always one. Yeah, so there's the steamboat over there on the side. I should say the I hate that word. Testicular. It sounds like testicular. It's terrible. It's a terrible word. I don't like that word. So let's go to the wharf and let's see where Pete ran off to. He's heading for the doorway, and it looks like he's gotten into a little bit of a scruffing fight over here with his old stuff. It's Pete versus Pete. Let's intervene, shall we?
No! You're still wet behind the ears.
Then try us.
Hey!
Alright, so now we actually have a legitimate boss fight against Pete, and this one's going to be kind of cool. He's going to change the scenery as we kick his ass, so it's kind of funny that he's going to switch to different things. So he's got a little bit more health than I think he did in Olympus Coliseum. He's still pretty easy. Again, you just got to watch it when he does this move. He'll do a little bit of a turn around. I think when he starts throwing the marbles, you can guard them back at him. I mentioned that in the Olympus Coliseum thing, and you can do that here as well. So I just reflected it back with guard, and he stumbles back. It stuns him for a little bit. It's not the best tactic. I'm going to heal real fast because Donald's dead, and Donald wasn't near me, damn it. And the other Pete's sort of in the way. You can actually injure the other Pete as you're fighting this Pete. He's not exactly a party member that you're helping. And I need to heal, which I can't do because I don't have... damn it. What am I going to do? Oh, I think I'll throw that back at him. And let's see if I can maybe... I'm going to throw it again at him. Maybe I can stun him. Ah, damn it. Oh, God, I'm going to have to wait. Oh, I got another. Another. And I'll just wait it out. Let's see if I can heal real fast. I really don't want to die. I was doing really good so far. And heal. Thank you. And I'll try to hit him off now. Yeah, let's see if we can take a few good hits. I'm probably going to go into Valor form. Yeah, so this is what happens. After you hit him for a little bit, he'll be like, change the scenery. And he'll jump. And then we fight him somewhere else. So you can turn about face. You throw Pete into the other Pete. And then that'll stun him down. He'll sit on his bum for a little bit. That's a cool way to take a few good hits on him. I'm going to do Valor form now. Let's do it. I love Valor form because if you get it just right, let's see if I can do it. If you hit him at the right moment, you can plow right through him. Nice. And I think if I combo X and then square, we should be able to ground pound, and that will launch him into the air. And then you can follow up with a nice combo like this. I love doing that. That is nothing more satisfying than pressing square, launching up a dude into the air, and then wailing on him with some quick combos. Because Sora moves a lot faster than he does regularly when he's in Valor form. So I love Valor form is one of my favorites. It's not the best form in the game, but I like it. I just like that. There's nothing more satisfying than that feeling, you know? And you just hit him again, and then sometimes it's even cool like when you revert back to regular Sora and you go back. I'm gonna try to hold off. I think we can use the towers. I think we can. Actually, no. I think the towers are hitting me now. I'm gonna guard that back at him. Yeah, so you can use the ball to get a couple of good hits on him, and he's down to 1 health bar. I'm gonna try my best. He's probably gonna do another marble. See if I can heal him. Yeah, he's a little bit more aggressive than he was in Olympus Coliseum. So he's going to heal, and then we should go to the last area. I think it's Mickey's house. Nope, we're on the scaffolding. So yeah, this is the last bit. I'm going to try to heal real fast. Mickey can't save you in this fight. The real Mickey, because we're in the past. So if you die here, you die. There's a list of bosses that Mickey can help you out in. It's not just even in like the first half of the game. He can help you even in the later half of the game. It's kind of random though how that works, and the statistics for how Mickey can come and save you is kind of random. I got very lucky that I managed to get it on the first go there. I'm gonna back up a little bit because he's gonna hit me. Let's do it. Yeah, nice. He landed right there. I got maximum HP. I got the reflect element. That's a new magic spell that I'll be hopefully showing off. Never. Actually, not. Reflect is actually pretty cool for some of the harder boss fights here in Final Mix Plus.
It serves you right. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, and stay out.
Sora!
Yeah, I know.
Would somebody tell me what's been going on here? Who was that creep anyways?
Hello? That creep was you from the future.
Sora, that's a secret.
Secret? What kind of secret? Oh, never mind. Sorry I put you guys through all that trouble.
Yeah, well, just don't let you have it.
Oh! And to show you my appreciation, I'll let you pilot my steamboat. Best little craft on the river. My deckhand Mickey's late anyways.
And we got a new Keyblade, Monochrome, which I don't equip because it's not good. But it increases the effect of items by 50%, so that's
Whew. Well, I'll bet you the castle's safe now.
Guess we should head back.
Well, as long as we're here.
Donald!
Huh? Huh? No. Oh, what's the good down here? Let me go! Let me go! What?
The thorns have disappeared.
By George, the lads have accomplished them.
Let's have an acorn feast to celebrate!
Welcome back. Because of your bravery, the castle is safe and protected again. Thank you so much for all you've done.
Good work, you guys!
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything reckless while you were there.
Of course not! Daisy! Daisy, I'm back!
Who?
Daisy is Donald's very special sweetheart.
Really?
What?
Donald, you forgot about our date again. You'd better have a good excuse this time.
But Daisy,
I know it's an important mission, but you could at least check in every once in a while.
Sora?
Donald?
Just be a minute.
Going somewhere?
Of course not.
Donald!
Oh, look.
Daisy, we need Donald for just a little longer.
How much longer?
Well...
I'll be back soon, Daisy.
Don't you worry, Queen Minnie. We'll return.
Please tell the king that we're still looking for him.
I will.
See you soon!
Think wisely.
And so you notice now that the title card came back up. And we got a new form, Wisdom form. So now if we merge with Donald, we will enter Wisdom form. I'll try to show that off maybe in the next, I think I can in the next episode. Yeah, I will. And completing Disney Castle opened up 2 new gummy ship paths for us to take to 2 new worlds. Some interesting worlds. Also, there is a new episode added in the Coliseum. I believe that is a tournament, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, a strange tournament has begun. So yeah, the Underdrum is now open and we can go and do the tournaments. Don't worry, we'll be doing an episode dedicated to the tournaments way down the road. So what's going to happen, what I should mention now is if you've noticed, we've been going to each world, and they all have keyholes next to the names. So Disney Castle has that too. But you'll notice that something weird happened when we beat Disney Castle right now. We saw the title card pop up again. Well, what that means is we're done with that world, meaning there's nothing else to do in Disney Castle from a plot perspective. The other worlds we didn't see that with because we are going to revisit all the other worlds again. But Disney Castle is done, and that was an hour-long episode, so obviously it was a lot. But I was only there for 26 minutes. Man, cutscenes are really long, aren't you? They're really long. Anyway, so we don't have to go back there. At least we wouldn't have to go back there if we weren't playing Final Mix. There is a bonus content thing here that we'll be dealing with much, much later on in the game. But for right now, we are done with Disney Castle, and we are never going back as part of the main story. But the next two routes that we have to do are Splash Island and Floating Island. So between episodes, I'm going to go open these two doors up, and then we're going to talk about what this world is and why we're going to avoid it like the plague, and what this world is, and this will be the world we do next time, and I'll give you a couple of guesses as to what that world might be based on that little picture over there. Hint, hint, it's not Sid Meier's Pirates, if that gives you any sort of an indication or clue. So thank you guys for watching. I know that was a long one, but I really wanted to do all of Disney Castle in one episode because I really felt like splitting it at the end of the bit before we went into Timeless River. I felt like that was only like 20 minutes, and it was really just a lot of me running through hallways, and that was barely anything fun to watch. So better off to do it as one episode. I like doing that every once in a while. Also, we've done a bunch of episodes right now with 3 other Disney worlds that were pretty short. So I'm glad we did a jumbo episode now to make up for it. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on the next part.